This is a world where everything is dangerous. You take a wrong turn, you get slammed by an arrow, attacked by a lizard, and pummeled by God knows what before you can even get up. You're dead. You enter a random shop and try to inspect an item and hit the attack button by mistake, angering the shopkeeper. You're dead. This guy asks you for a turkey, so you give him a turkey, and he shoots you in the face. You're dead. I'm going to be honest. This is not my kind of game. Oh no. This is not Celeste. This is Spelunky 2, a sequel to a classic game, and it just recently came to Steam. It's the type of hard game that I am definitely not the target audience for. This game is brutally unforgiving, and the progression system is all in your head, because every time you die, you start from square one. Nevertheless, it has a player base that loves it to death. This is a very curious game, and how exactly it achieves its difficulty without alienating basically its entire audience is the question for today. I'm Blitzen Cross, and today I'm taking a look at Spelunky 2. So my impression of this game, and what is most impressive to me by far, is this game's use of vertical and horizontal space. Do you see this whip here? This is your default attack in this game. It has a very limited vertical reach. It's almost entirely a horizontal weapon, which is why you sometimes have to wait for these bats to come to you before you can kill them. It's very precise, but it is a very good horizontal tool, which makes it a lot easier to move left and right. For moving up and down, this game gives you two other tools. There's the rope, which you can climb up, and then there's the bomb, which you can plant and blast open a hole to either further go down or left and right, but mostly go down. These are very powerful tools, more powerful than the whip by far, because they allow you to totally skip some obstacles, and in the rope's case, skip those obstacles over and over, but they're also limited, because they are tied to resources. And you only get a limited number of ropes and bombs per run. And what this enables the game to do, once it's given you these tools, is to set up death at every single conceivable angle. The game has covered its bases. It's given you horizontal tools and it's given you vertical tools. So now, it can kill you from everywhere. The levels are procedurally generated, but they don't really feel completely random. Instead, they feel like they are procedurally generated in ways that are explicitly set up to kill you. Obstacles that can kill you are placed very precisely so that they are in the way of potential jumps that you might have to make to proceed. And almost everything in this game can kill you. If you hit a jar, or you anger the wrong NPC, or you jump too far, it's actually amazing how many things and combinations of things can kill you in this game. Now usually when games are this hard, they rely on some mechanic to ease the difficulty. Hard platformers like Celeste have this built in because they present the same obstacle to you over and over until you finally get it. On the other hand, hard roguelites don't do this. Instead, they give you something in terms of progression between runs. Rogue Legacy gives you power-ups. Star Renegades allows you to purchase characters with cool abilities. But this game does neither. It's impossible to commit obstacles to muscle memory because each run is completely different, and you don't gain any power-ups between the runs. The only thing that this game gives you is knowledge. That's what you take from run to run. You take your knowledge of how things interact and you use that to overcome obstacles in a future run. If you know how the lizards behave and there's an arrow trap nearby and they've been combined, you think, okay, well this arrow is probably going to knock me into the lizard, so I have to crouch under it and then run under the lizard, or perhaps I can run forward and crouch under both of them, and you have options and you have a plan and you execute that plan. And that is the appeal of this game. There's so many things to learn about at different angles and different setups and different combinations of death, and each time they're arranged slightly differently, so you genuinely feel as though you're learning a skill set. And to facilitate this kind of learning, the mechanics of this game also interact very seamlessly, fluidly. They work exactly as you would expect if you were to think about it a little bit. Yeah, if I get bumped into a gorilla or fall too far after an arrow hit or something, I'm going to take damage. If I attack this guy's goods in this shop, of course he's going to attack me back, probably. It's all fairly logical. So Spelunky 2 achieves difficulty by stripping the idea of material progression away, giving you a handful of useful vertical and horizontal tools, and then throwing death at you from every single conceivable angle, expecting you to learn how to navigate all the obstacles and arrange different pieces of your knowledge between runs. That is the premise. Is that enjoyable? For some people, yeah. And you know who you are. If you would enjoy this game, it's patently clear after playing through just one time. It is very much a look before you leap kind of game where you have to stop, think, and say, okay, where am I going next? And how can I avoid all of these obstacles ahead based on what I've seen before? And there are also a lot of secrets in this game. You can find a lot of different levels, boss fights, and small little interactions or NPCs or characters. I'm told that you can even ride turkeys. I've never done it, but apparently you can. I recognize this game as good even though it's definitely not a game for me, and I appreciate the way it sets up its difficulty and the tools it gives you to achieve its premise. Spelunky 2, there you have it. I'm Blitzen Cross, signing out for today. I'll see you next time.